Jai Hind students, how are you? Hope you all are good. Great. So students, today I am going to explain you exercise 6.2. The very first question of this exercise is, in this given figure, question is saying find the value of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. In this given figure, first of all we will have to find the values of x and y. After that we will have to show AB is parallel to CD. Understood? So students, pay attention here. See, AB and this line intersect each other at this point. So beta, angle 50 and angle x both form a linear pair, or if they form a linear pair, then their sum will be 180 degree. Am I right? Good. So here 50 plus x equals to 180 degree. Reason is linear pair. From here, this 50 will be subtracted from 180. So x equals to 180 minus 50 degree. Now x equals to 130 degree. Because this is the value of x. Now we will have to find the value of y. See, CD line and this transversal intersect each other at this point. Or if these are two intersecting lines, then angle y and angle 130 both are known as vertically opposite angles. You know it? When two lines intersect each other, then we will get two pairs of vertically opposite angles. So y and 130, these two angles are vertically opposite angles, and we know that the vertically opposite angles are always equal. Vertically opposite angles are always equal. So y and 130 both will be equal, and y equals to 130. Reason, vertically opposite angles. So these are the values of x and y. Hope it is clear? Good. Now, after finding the values of x and y, we will have to show AB is parallel to CD. Now see, beta x is 130, y is also 130 degree. So see here, the value of x is 130 and the value of y is also 130 degree. Now listen very carefully. AB and CD are two lines, and this line intersect these two lines at two different points. And we know that if an inclined line intersect two or many lines at different points, then that inclined line is known as transversal. Have you remembered this? Yes. So this line is known as transversal. Beta, if it is a transversal, then x angle and angle y, x and y, both angles are known as alternate interior angles. Am I right? See, this is a transversal, and x and y both are alternate interior angles. Now, one important fact: if the alternate interior angles are equal, if the alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say that the given lines AB and CD both will be parallel, because only in the case of parallel lines alternate interior angles are equal. In the case of parallel lines, alternate interior angles are equal. So if x and y are alternate interior angles and they are equal, that means we can say that AB and CD both are parallel. Understood? So at last we will have to write here angle x equals to y equals to 130 degree. Since alternate interior angles are equal, so AB is parallel to CD. Hence it is proved. Hope it is clear. Good. So students, please pause the video and note it fast. Okay students, let's start question number 2. This question is saying that given that AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF, and the ratio of Y and Z is 3:7, then find the value of X. Here in this question, these three lines, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. These two angles are X and Y and this angle is Z. The ratio of Y and Z angles is given 3:7. We have to find the value of X. Understood? So see better. Since Y is to Z is given 3:7, so we will consider let Y equals to 3K and Z equals to 7K. You know, whenever we will remove the ratio, then we will have to put some constant there. So Y equals to 3K and Z equals to 7K. Now students, it is given that AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. So better tell me one thing, if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, then we can say that AB and EF both are parallel to each other. Yes, because AB is parallel to CD and EF is also parallel to CD. That means AB and EF both will be parallel to each other. So implies that AB is parallel to EF. Now see, if AB and EF are parallel and this is transversal, pay more attention here. If AB and EF, this line and this line are parallel and this is transversal, then angle X and angle Z both are alternate interior angles or not? Because AB and CD are parallel lines, this is transversal, then X and Z angles both are alternate interior angles, and we know that in the case of parallel lines, alternate interior angles are equal. Am I right? Yes. Now we will use this property. Then X equals to Z, reason alternate interior angles. Clear? Now Z is given 7K, so we can say that X equal to 7K. Reason, since Z equals to 7K. Any confusion? No? Good. Now beta, X is 7K, Y is 3K and Z is also 7K. Now see, again, this is given that AB is parallel to CD. If AB and CD are parallel and this is transversal, then X and Y, these two angles are known as co-interior angles because both the angles are in the interior of these two parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal. If two angles lie between two parallel lines and at the same side of transversals, that means those angles are known as co-interior angles. But in the case of parallel lines, the sum of co-interior angles is always 180 degree. In the case of parallel lines, the sum of co-interior angles is always 180 degree. So now X plus Y equals to 180 degree. Reason, since AB is parallel to CD and co-interior angles. Because AB is parallel to CD, so the sum of co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree. Now see, we have to put the value of X. X is 7K plus Y is 3K equals to 180 degree. 7K plus 3K is 10K equals to 180 degree. Now K equals to 180 upon 10. Then the value of K is 18. The value of K is 18. But question is asking about the value of x. So hence x equals to, x is how much? 7k. So x equals to 7 into k. The value of k is 18. The value of k is 18. So x equals to 126 degree. 7 into 18, 126. So the value of x is 126 degree. This is our final answer. Hope it is clear. Good. So students, pause the video and note it fast. Okay students, let's start question number 3. Question number 3 is here. This figure is given and question is saying in the given figure AB is parallel to CD. This AB is parallel to CD. EF is perpendicular to CD. EF, this is perpendicular on CD. But if this is perpendicular, so this angle is of 90 degree. We all know that if EF is perpendicular on CD, then this angle will be 90 degree. And angle GED means this full angle. This full angle is given 126 degree. Then find angle AGE. AGE means this angle. GEF means this angle, and FGE means this angle. Understood? So here we will have to find 3 angles. So now start. Since AB is parallel to CD, but AB and this CD is parallel, and GE, it is the transversal or not? GE is transversal, AB and CD are parallel lines. Then see, this angle and this whole angle will be the alternate interior angles or not? Because AB and CD are parallel and this is transversal. So angle AGE and angle GED, this angle will be alternate interior angles. And we know that in the case of parallel lines, alternate interior angles are always equal. So angle AGE equals to angle GED, or GED is 126 degree. So angle AGE is also 126 degree. Understood? Yes. So since AB is parallel to CD, hence angle AGE equals to angle GED. Reason is alternate interior angles. Since angle GED equals to 126 degree, so angle AGE is also 126 degree, because angle AGE is equal to angle GED, but angle GED equals to 126, so angle AGE is also 126 degree. So we have already found the value of angle AGE. Now we will find angle GEF. But GEF is where? We know that AGE is 126 degree. Now GEF, this angle. Now see, because this whole angle is 126 degree and this angle is 90. So if we subtract 90 from 126, then we will get this angle or not? Am I right? Yes. So we can do this. So how can we do? Angle and angle GEF equals to, we have to find this angle GEF. So this will be angle GED minus angle FED. Now angle GEF equals to GED is 126 degree minus FED is 90 degree. Now angle GEF equals to 36 degree. 126 minus 90, it will be 36 degree. Understood? Now question is saying we have to find angle FGE. But FGE, this angle we will have to find. Now see, this angle and this angle, they both form a linear pair. If they form a linear pair, then their sum will be 180 degree. Yes. So what we can do? Now, angle AGE plus angle FGE equals to 180 degree. Reason is linear pair. But AGE is 126 degree plus angle FGE equals to 180 degree. Now angle FGE equals to 180 and this 126 will be subtracted from 180. Now FGE equals to 54 degree. 180 minus 126. Yes, FGE is 54 degree. Hence, question is asking all these three angles, so we will have to write the value of all these angles. Angle AGE is 126 degree. Angle GEF equals to 36 degree and angle FGE equals to 54 degree. So this is our final answer. Understood? Got it? Good. So students, pause the video and note it fast. Okay students, let's start question number 4. Question number 4 is, in the given figure, PQ is parallel to ST. This figure is given, so here this PQ and this ST, both the lines are parallel to each other. Angle PQR is 110, PQR, this angle is 110 degree, and angle RST, this is equal to 130 degree. Then question is saying find angle QRS. QRS means this angle. This we will have to find. Understood? So how can we solve it? Beta, we can do one thing. We can extend this line PQ. I have extended PQ which intersect SR at the point M and this point is N. Understood? Any confusion? Great. So beta, ST and PQ both are parallel. The construction, so you have to write here, we have to extend PQ where PQ intersects such that PQ intersect SR at M. We have to extend PQ such that PQ intersect SR at M. Understood? Now see, beta, PQR angle and this MQR angle, these two angles forms a linear pair. They forms a linear pair. So their sum will be 180. Yes. So you will have to write here angle PQR plus angle MQR equals to 180 degree. Reason is linear pair. But PQR is given 110. So we will have to write here 110 plus MQR equals to 180 degree. Now angle MQR equals to, this 110 will be subtracted from 180. 180 minus 110. So angle MQR equals to 70 degree. 180 minus 110, that gives you 70. So beta this angle is 70. Clear? Now see, this angle is 130. Then this angle will also be how much? This will be 50. Why? Because this angle and this angle both are co-interior angles, so their sum will be 180 degree. Am I right? Yes. So you will have to write here now angle RST plus angle SMN equals to 180 degree. Reason is co-interior angles. Then RST is given 130 degree plus angle SMN equals to 180 degree. Now angle SMN equals to 180 minus 130, because this 130 will be subtracted from 180. Understood? Now SMN equals to 50 degree. So beta this angle is 50. Now see, this line and this line intersect each other at the point M. So this angle and this angle both are vertically opposite angles. So if they are vertically opposite angles, and we know that vertically opposite angles are equal, so if it is 50, then this is also 50. Got it? Now angle QMR equals to angle SMN. Reason vertically opposite angles. So QMR equals to 50 degree, because SMN is 50, then QMR is also 50 degree. Now see, in this triangle QRM, this angle is 70, this angle is 50. We have to find this angle. So if in any triangle, if two angles are given and we have to find the third angle, then we can use the angle sum property. And we all know that the sum of all three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Understood? So now in triangle QRM, by angle sum property. Angle sum property is 70 degree plus 50 degree or plus QRM. 70 degree plus 50 degree plus angle QRM equals to 180 degree. 70 plus 50 is 120. So 120 degree plus QRM equals to 180 degree. Now this 120 will be subtracted from 180. Hence, angle QRM equals to 180 minus 120. Then angle QRM equals to 60 degree. So this is our final answer. Question is asking about angle QRS. So beta QRM or QRS both are same angle. So we can write here QRS is also 60 degree. So this is our final answer. Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay students, so pause the video and note it fast. Okay, so students, now there are only 6 questions in this exercise. Question number 1 to 4 I have already explained. The remaining 2 questions you will have to try yourself. If you are having any doubt, then you can contact me